Hi Salman, my name is Andrew and I work here at IELTSpodcast.com with Ben and the others. Welcome to your first essay correction. In these trials we tend to spend about 7 to 10 minutes just giving you some general advice, some guidance and some support against the mark scheme. Obviously IELTS academic writing is quite complex and improving takes repetition and practice over time. So there really is a limit to what we can achieve in a single essay correction, but we will try to squeeze in as much as possible. The things that are important are essentially being precise and accurate and conveying your ideas well, not including any unnecessary information, and making sure that we keep errors to a minimum. So let's have a quick read through and see where we're up to now. So here the phrase would be, the job market is diversifying on a daily basis. I would then full stop that. That's a nice. And then start a new sentence. Increasingly, or as a result, people increasingly have the opportunity to work in different sectors. We don't need this. Of course it's during their lives. That is implied. It's not going to be during their deaths, is it? So let's leave that out. I agree that it is beneficial to stay in the same job for one's entire life. I also argue that there are several advantages to changing. I would change this. I would just say careers. Changing careers. On the one hand, staying in the same job has a lot of advantages. So make sure we use the correct prepositions, pronouns, and articles. You stay in a job, you go to a job. You can be at work. I am at work, or I am, but in the same job. The most convincing argument is that an employer has a stable career within the establishment. So an employer is the boss, the person who employs is the employer. The person who works is the employee. So this is an E. The employee has a stable career within the establishment. Within is all one word as well. Within. Including health insurance, pension, including life's essentials such as insurance and a pension plan. For instance, statistical results from the Ministry of Labour Affairs, Canada, shows that a worker staying at the same organisation has a more rapid progression and better retirement benefits compared with a person who jumps from one job to another. So as you can see, I'm just leaving out some words. It's important that we only use the number of words that are necessary and no extra words whatsoever. Therefore, people who are more career orientated, there's a difference between British and American, oriented, yeah, that is true. People who are more career orientated do stay in the same job throughout their careers. But what we're trying to talk about is the fact that doing that has advantages. So we want to summarise not only that point, what are the advantages, but also how it ties back to the question. So we could say, we could talk about either a reduction in training costs for the employer or an increase in retirement income for the employee. But both of those things are positives, so we could stick, because you've talked here about staying in the same job has advantages. So what are those? I know that you've sort of mentioned them here, but the conclusion that you have drawn is that people who are more career oriented tend to stay in the same job. Great, but we need to know the advantages. So therefore, a stable career not only reduces training costs, but provides a more stable retirement income later in life. I would say that would be more appropriate. So you've begun this paragraph with on the other hand, so I would expect now a contradictory viewpoint. Let's see. On the other hand, our worker can often change their job for an increase in both salary and skills. According to the latest Forbes magazine, Apple and Microsoft are two competing prestigious organizations in the world offering fringe benefits to their employees. So even and still mean the same thing. Mean the same thing when you start a sentence. Everyone is even keen to, or everyone is still keen to, would be the same thing. So don't use both. In fact, I wouldn't use any. I would say everyone is keen to switch from Apple to Microsoft because the latter, the latter, and you don't need one. The latter offers 15%, or the latter offers a 15% higher salary than their rival. Additionally, a person can get the opportunity, and we try not to use get in academic essays. What can a person do with an opportunity? You can miss an opportunity, you can spot an opportunity, you can take an opportunity, you can be presented with an opportunity, but you can't really get an opportunity, not in writing. So we've got the latest kind of using to employ to establish his own startup and become an entrepreneur. Consequently, workers who are more interested in earning a handsome sum of money and are eager to learn something new. Let's not forget our verbs. So you're talking about, I would refer more to, yeah, you're right, people who are more interested in learning something new than earning lots of money will get more from varied experience than a stable career. In conclusion, I believe that staying in the same job and changing livelihood has both benefits and negatives. So yes, it depends. So in conclusion, I believe that staying in the same job has both benefits and negatives. It depends entirely on the person whose career path we are discussing. I would say that. So these single essay corrections, I saw that you sent 2 tasks in, but these single corrections are only for one single task. They help you to sort of see the service that we provide. If you want to send 2 tasks at a time, use the email that this came in to subscribe to our sentence guide program, in which we will repeatedly correct your work until you get the level that you desire. But until next time, well, hopefully there'll be a next time, Salman. I'll see you soon. Bye-bye now.